Hi guys, it's your girl Chloe Rose coming to you loud, live, and in full melanin. It's been a while since I did a video, and a lot's happened since then. So in today's video, I'm going to dive into how I became homeless, how I ended up living out of hotels and Airbnbs, how that whole situation's been, and yeah, so let's dive into it. But before we do, please make sure to subscribe, like, and follow me on all social media platforms. Your support really does help me grow. On to the video. Oh, let's start from the beginning, guys. I was to end my lease at my apartment building. I lived in my apartment building for about a year with my roommate, and my lease was ending. I was there for a full year, and the option of renewing was not an option. So I started my search looking for apartments. With inflation right now, everything is so expensive. So expensive. I'm looking at apartments and I'm looking for $2,000 a month for a one-bedroom studio. $6,000 to move in. And that's out of my price range. That's just too much money for me to come up with. So I started looking for a roommate situation. Sadly, I didn't find anyone I found that wanted a roommate that was in the LGBTQ community sadly did not want to live with a woman, which is fine. I get it, and that's a whole nother conversation for another video. So that didn't happen either, and I knew someone that I've known for maybe about 6 months. Met him from online. Been to his apartment before. We've hung out before. Everything seemed fine. He offered for me to move in with him. I declined his offer at first because I really wanted to see if something's out there, because I really wanted to live on my own again, or find a situation that was more suitable, because where he lived was in Boynton Beach, and that's like a good 45 minutes away from where I'm centrally located at the moment. To wrap things up, I ended up agreeing to move in with him. I paid this person $1,400 to move in. I got a U-Haul, got everything packed up, went to laundromat to wash my clothes, and then on my way down to Boynton, I get a text saying I can't move in. Now, knowing me, of course, I'm like, well, I'm pulling up. So I do pull up. I'm looking at every door, window, everything, and I can't see anyone in the apartment. Mind you, I've been to this apartment before. The neighbor from across the street lets me know that this apartment is an Airbnb. So not only did this person steal from me $1,400, but they scammed me. They completely scammed me. I had a U-Haul then, full of all my things, and literally nowhere to go. Now, most people would call a friend, or someone close to them, that would maybe let them sleep on their couch, that would maybe offer something, help, or something of some sort to help you. That was not my case. No one offered me their couch. No one offered me shelter of any sort for the first couple days. I didn't get any help. I slept in the U-Haul. And then I had a friend that helped me with the Airbnb that we all stayed in. We got a big Airbnb and we all had like a nice little night there. That was for 2 nights. And then after that, I erupted out. I spent a couple nights out on the streets with my bags behind a building. I then got a hold of my old case manager, who put me in contact with this organization, a nonprofit organization called Transsocial. They were a lifesaver in almost all of this. They put me up in a hotel for a couple times, for a couple night stays. I paid the difference when I could and paid for additional days or additional weeks. If they gave me 3 days, I paid for 6 days. If they gave me 2 more days, I paid for 5 more days. Like, I really had to hustle and do what I had to do to literally survive, to not be on the streets again. Because when I was on the streets, it was scary, and it was not somewhere I want to be again. Being a Black trans woman, it's not a safe environment for anyone to be in that safe environment. I've tried or thought of the option of going to shelters, but sadly shelters, because my ID is male still, will place me in a male shelter. So that's just not an option. Halfway Living also will place me in a men's facility, so also not an option. I'm gonna try to get through this video without getting emotional because it's been a rough 4 weeks, almost 5 weeks now, like 4 weeks, going on 5 weeks. This whole ordeal really put to the forefront the people that I was associating with, the people that I consider my friends. I realized that are not my friends. I've been through a lot of shit in life. I've had my ups and downs. I've had my fair share of mishaps in life and unjust or just things happening to me. But I've always raised above them, and I've always gracefully got through all the hardships I've had in life without coming on the other end jaded or bitter or in any way not still myself. But this one, definitely jaded from this one. I'm definitely not trusting of people anymore. I have very little faith in people anymore now. And it's sad because I don't want to ever be that person that allows other people to change who I am as a person. But it has. Anyway, so the Transsocial put me up in hotels. I stayed at the Link Hotel in Fort Lauderdale for a while, and then I left that hotel. I went to, another hotel. Left that hotel because it had a rat in it, and no one came to the hotel to check on me. That was a mess. They kept my deposit, never gave it back to me. I tried to go through Cash App to get my deposit back. They wouldn't give me back the deposit, so that's $100 I lost there. I have easily like $500 in incidental fees that I'm not even getting back. And the rooms are fine when I'm leaving. They're just not giving them back to me. The hotel says, oh, we'll return it to you. We'll release it. But then when I check my bank statements, it's a charge. And then when I try to dispute it, they side with the hotel. So I've just considered all incidental fees are just $100 I'm not going to get back ever. So that's just wasted money there. I'm trying to remember everything that's happened, but it's been so much. I stayed at one friend's, which was an ex of mine, who was very sweet and let me come to his house and hang out for a little bit until I got another hotel. I've had some people help me with sending me some funds. Sadly, with my line of work, I am an escort, and it's not the most honest living, but it's fast money, and when you need fast money, it helps. And mind you, I'm not ashamed to say anything I do in my life, or what I don't do or do, or like, I'm not ashamed. I have to do what I have to do to live, and I think before people judge me, ask yourself the question, what would you do in my situation? What would you do if you had to literally survive? You have nowhere else to go. The people you thought were your friends, the people that you thought were the ones that were close to you, didn't pull through for you. They might call you and check on you and be like, oh, hey, how's it going? And stuff, but they just revert to talk about what's going on in their lives. They don't really care about what's going on in yours. Or they send their help, or they say they're helping, but they don't offer any help or anything that's tangible. Nothing that is a website that you can use that gives you resources, or a phone call, a number you can call for someone with a room for rent, or physically helping you move your bags so you don't have to Uber, or... Yeah, this whole experience put very little faith in people for me. Now, mind you, I know I'm responsible for my own life, and I do not hold anyone else responsible to helping me out. However, when I consider you a friend, and I've confided in you things, and you've confided in me things, I feel there's a precedent for accepting or expecting even the offer. Hey girl, you can lay on my couch for a couple days. I would have gladly declined because I'm prideful, but the offer would have been nice. Needless to say, I'm now in an Airbnb, and I've been here for 3 days. I was put up here from one of the organizations for 2 days, and I paid for an additional day because I didn't have anywhere to go. I still don't have anywhere to go after here. And I've exhausted my funds. I've exhausted the nonprofit's funds. Sunserve and Wilton Manors was supposed to put me up in a hotel with this program for a month, which was what I was really hoping for. I struggled to get my Ryan White reinstated so I could be part of that program, just to have the director not really give a shit. And she's a trans woman, a black trans woman as that. And she didn't give a shit. She's yet to even return my calls or my voicemails. And I have other people from other organizations saying that she can push this through. So I don't know what the logistics are of it, but I was pretty much given bullshit. I was told she runs the emergency department for housing, and the plan and the program she told me is not for emergency cases. My case is emergency. And it's truly disgusting, actually. It really is disgusting, and I'm very disappointed in that program that they were not able to assist me. I said this is for another conversation, but I'm bringing it up now. It's really disgusting how the LGBT community will sit there and they'll tell you Black trans lives matter and all this stuff, yet all I see is misogyny between the trans community and the lesbian community. If you're a woman, unless you're doing shows for the people and putting on a show as drag queen, they don't care. They act like you don't even exist. And it's just, where's equality? We want it from everyone else, but we don't have it within our own group. It's just sad. So, at this point, I am not really sure what I'm doing. I wasn't sure if I was even gonna make this video. But I'm staying faithful because I have been through worse. And at the end of the day, I still get to be myself. And I would gladly be homeless on the streets and still be me. Than ever jeopardize or sacrifice or ever have to be anything else. I'm finally living my life the way I want to live it and being myself. If this is the price I pay for that, then so be it. I knew starting this journey as a trans woman, it would be very hard. I didn't expect this. I've looked in room for rent in the LGBT community, and all I've gotten back is no one wants a woman as a roommate from gay men. I tried to straight community, and they're either not comfortable with living with a trans woman, or they're a little too comfortable with wanting to live with a trans woman. And rent's not paid in funds, it's paid in services. And I just have too much class for that. Especially where I live. So I wanted to make this video because some people made a post on my picture saying that I need to be focusing on housing and not being famous. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm famous. But I do want to get my story out there, and I do want other people to know, or other girls that are becoming trans to know, that this is a really hard life to live. There are sacrifices that you have to make, and there are struggles, and there are hardships and things that you will really test yourself as far as what you can and cannot overcome. And you'll ask yourself the question over and over again, is it worth it? For me, it's worth it. I would do this all over again, to still be this, to still be this person I am now. No, I'm not giving it up for anything. Homelessness, nothing's going to make me give this up. So that's my touch base with you guys. I just want everyone to know kind of where I'm at and what's going on with me, just to put a little more perspective on like what I've been actually going through. I haven't had time to really talk about it because I've just been in it. That I haven't had moments to really breathe or to even like understand what's going on. I'm still, I think, in shock that everything just happened, that my life went from completely normal to what it is now because I allowed someone to have that much power over my life, and I didn't realize I was giving that power up. I trusted someone I shouldn't have trusted. And now I don't know who to trust at all. So I'm gonna leave my Cash App down below. I know times are hard for everyone, guys. I do. I understand it completely. But every little dollar you guys send me helps keep me off the streets. Helps me not have to sleep with some John. To just put a roof over my head. And put 4 walls around me so I can be safe at night when I go to sleep. It gives me a little extra time to try to find a room for rent. Or to find another organization that can help me get to a better situation. Until then, blow in the wing petals. I love you all. But for real though, on a less serious note, can we get into this look, mama? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm serving. Mama, she's looking what? Fish, tuna, blowfish, trout. Hey, a girl might be homeless, but trust, a girl's not gonna look homeless, okay? As long as I can control that shit, okay? Don't try me, okay? She gonna look like a 10. But for real though, like, don't blame me. If you think I'm gonna look busted being homeless, you got me fucked up. Okay, I might have been busted when I was sleeping outside on the streets for 2 days, but I mean, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. I swear to God, it doesn't count. It doesn't count. Young girl, when I mean busted, I mean busted. I didn't have a wig on, I had no makeup, I think my lash was off, and I had no eyebrows. Like, girl's busted.